Hi, this is Joan, a life coach with Brave Thinking. And the tape is going to discuss step 1 in counseling for either a person that's depressed or even suicidally happy. Also, just someone that is enjoying life but would like to do something they've never done before. So, my trainer, she said that when someone contacts us, we should never give them advice that we wouldn't take ourselves. So obviously, there's something about the quality of our life that we want to talk about, and time to say, what's going on. So it reminded me of a time in my life when I picked being involved with politics, a program called MoveOn.org. They asked us to contact people either through cold calls or in person, door to door, about the upcoming election, what they thought was happening in their lives in the community, and to note anything they said, especially if it was negative, to ask them if they would like to be a part of fixing it. And that's kind of what this tape is about, too. So I'm going to share, we get to exchange stories. I'm going to share one time in my life when something wasn't going well after it had for quite a while. I was in a 13-year marriage to what I thought was my soulmate. And I remember calling the best man that had been at our wedding. I was crying. He said, "Okay, Joan, well, what's wrong?" And I said, "Well, I guess he's always gone and we never have any money." Well, I tried taking that relationship into marriage counseling. I tried 3 times, but it really didn't happen. So I decided to file a dissolution. And the worst part that I remember was when the courts gave me custody. That was definitely positive, but I didn't have to share custody. I just thought it would be a good idea with my spouse. And my daughter decided one day to tell me that she didn't like it. She didn't want to keep going back and forth from one parent to the other. So I said, "Okay, well, what do you want to do?" And she told me she wanted to stay with her father, which, that was really disappointing to me. But I did decide to sign over custody to him, and I remember that one of the last times that I saw them, they were walking out the door, and I said, this like fair weather friends. Well, after they left, I got really suicidal. I threw the checkbook I had because we had many fights about problems with money, and it got so bad that one time I even looked at a bunch of sleeping pills that were on the counter. Well, my brother, he surprised me and he showed up. And I guess what turns things around when something isn't going well is just hope. And surprisingly, my ex-husband, he even ended up taking me on a date with him once in a while, and it went okay, and we kept meeting until I finally met my next love. But now I'm going to discuss one of my dreams, the dream builder part, where you can just imagine anything that would be positive, something you can do. And one of mine is I thought about running a business called The Perfect Spouse or Love, so that when something isn't going right and you're in a bunch of pain, what you can do is just make up an agreement with a person that's willing and decide, what is that to you? What is the ideal relationship, and what do you expect, so that you won't be disappointed. You design it together. So it's the part where you just let each other know, I want to choose you. we get to do this, and you tell each other what matches. It's a just say yes and this will all turn out part. So if you are that person, let me know and give me a call. My number is 850-466-0314.